Welcome, deep divers. You're with us on the deep dive, and today we're diving into something really fascinating. It's ostensibly about a test, the CLPIP speaking test, but honestly, think of it more like exploring the building blocks of really effective speaking.
Exactly. It's a standardized test, sure,
Yeah.
but the skills it measures, they're absolutely fundamental. We're talking about the kind of communication you use every single day, giving advice, handling tricky spots.
Right. So it's structured, yes, but it covers such diverse challenges.
And understanding that structure, actually gives you really valuable insights into speaking clearly, getting your point across persuasively. It's useful way beyond just the test itself.
I love that way of looking at it. So here's our mission for this deep dive, folks. We're going to walk you through all 8 parts of this test. We'll look at why each part exists, what it's trying to assess. We'll use specific sample questions from our sources and really dig into the sample answers to see what makes them work. What are the key ingredients?
hmm Breaking down how to succeed in each scenario,
Yeah.
not just what the scenario is.
Exactly. Ready to uncover some, maybe, surprising communication secrets? Let's jump in.
Hmm.
Okay, first up, part 1, giving advice. Now, think about it. How often does someone ask for your advice? Your thoughts?
Pretty much constantly.
Yeah, and we all think we give good advice, but is it actually, effective? Does it land? Does it help?
That's such a good point.
Hmm.
Because just rattling off suggestions isn't the same as giving helpful advice. Our sources really emphasize that the skill here is about giving clear, actionable direction, something that actually empowers the person asking.
Okay, yeah, actionable. So the sample question our source provides is, your friend wants to save money for travel. What advice would you give? Pretty common scenario. And the sample answer, it really focuses on the practical stuff, suggesting a clear goal, a timeline.
Which is crucial. You need a target.
Right. And then concrete steps, setting up automatic bank transfers, cutting out small daily things like maybe coffee,
But little leaks.
and maybe even think about a side gig.
Very specific. And that specificity is key. Think about the psychology saying save money feels huge, maybe overwhelming. But breaking it down like the sample does automatic transfers, cut the specific cost that makes it feel doable, achievable.
Oh, okay. It removes the friction.
Precisely. It's
Yeah.
about turning good intentions into a clear roadmap someone can actually follow, not just vague encouragement. That's often the pitfall.
Roadmap. I like that. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Part 2. Talking about a personal experience. This is where you get to tell a story, right? Recount something that happened to you.
A short personal narrative.
But how do you make it coherent and, engaging when you're on the spot?
Yeah, it's not just listing events chronologically. There's an art to drawing the listener in quickly. The best short stories have that clear arc.
Definitely. So the sample question is, talk about a time you overcame a challenge. And the example answer is great. It describes organizing a company event like super last minute. Instantly there's tension, right?
Yes, sets the stakes.
Then it details the actions. Made a checklist, asked colleagues for help, teamwork. Found a cheaper caterer.
Practical steps again.
And the resolution. The event was a success, everyone was happy. Boom. Problem, action, result.
And that structure, problem, action, resolution, that's exactly what this part assesses. Can you build that concise narrative arc? It filters out the fluff and focuses on what moved the story forward.
Yeah.
And honestly, that skill is vital everywhere. Explaining a project hiccup at work, telling a friend about your weekend drama.
Yes.
A clear story keeps people hooked. Getting lost in minor details or not clearly stating the outcome, that's where people often stumble here. It's about showing the journey.
Showing, not just telling. Get it. Okay, from the personal, let's go external. Part 3. Describing a scene. This one's all visual. You see a picture and you have to describe everything you see. Testing your observation skills.
Well, yes, observation, but also synthesis. It's not just, I see a tree, I see a car. It's about painting the whole picture, conveying the overall feeling.
The feeling. Okay, so the example is describing a busy street market. And the sample answer does exactly what you said. It mentions specifics, food stalls, people shopping, someone cooking, families walking.
Sensory details.
Yeah, but then it adds that layer, the overall atmosphere. It felt busy but fun. It puts you there.
And that ability to convey both the details and the overall impression, that's a really transferable skill.
Yeah.
Think about explaining complex data. You need the specific points, but also the big picture story the data tells.
Or describing a website design to someone.
Exactly. You talk
Yeah.
features, but also the user experience, the feel. It's about providing descriptive anchors so the listener's brain can fill in the rest. Listing things randomly or being too vague about the mood, those are the common tracks.
Okay, anchors. Makes sense. Now for something a bit different, part 4. Making predictions. This is where you look at a scene or situation and guess what happens next. It's like forecasting meets storytelling.
hmm It tests if you can read the cues in a situation and then make logical projections about what follows. Not just actions, but potential consequences, emotions too.
Right. The scenario in the source is simple. A man is running to catch a bus. We've all seen that. And the sample prediction is great because it adds layers. I think he'll catch it just in time. Okay, plausible. He'll get on, breathe heavily, the physical reaction, and feel relieved. The emotional outcome?
See, it's connecting the observable action, running, to likely physical and emotional states. It's a kind of probabilistic thinking in communication. We do this all the time without realizing it. Guessing how a meeting might go, anticipating a client's reaction.
Sure.
The sample shows thinking about the immediate result and the human element being too simple, like he'll catch it, or way too imaginative, he'll teleport onto it, misses the mark. It's about logical, human-centered prediction.
Logical and human-centered. Okay. This next one, part 5, feels really practical, comparing and persuading.
Yeah.
You get 2 options, you pick one, and you have to convince someone why your choice is better. Decision-making plus advocacy.
Yeah, this is core persuasion skill. You need to build a solid case, often by highlighting benefits and maybe subtly addressing why the other option isn't as good.
So the sample question is a classic office dilemma. Team outing, restaurant, or picnic.
Oh yeah, always a debate.
And the sample answer makes a strong case for the restaurant. It points out, it's easier logistically. No one has to cook or bring stuff.
Huge plus.
Weather isn't an issue, and people can just relax. Very clear benefits laid out.
And notice how it persuades. It focuses on the advantages of the restaurant, which implicitly highlight the potential disadvantages of the picnic. The hassle, the weather risk.
Ah, clever.
It's framing, presenting the chosen option as the convenient, enjoyable, hassle-free one. That's effective persuasion, whether it's for a team outing or pitching a business strategy. Just stating your preference isn't enough. You need the why.
Right, the reasons are crucial. Okay, now for a potentially tricky one, part 6. Dealing with a difficult situation. This tests your grace under pressure, really. Handling a problem politely but effectively. Diplomacy time.
Communication when maybe things are a bit tense or something's gone wrong. The goal is constructive resolution, not just complaining.
And the source gives a relatable scenario. You received the wrong laptop. Ugh, that happens. The sample answer nails the tone. Polite greeting, then clear statement of the problem, wrong model, provides the order number, essential detail.
That's it. Yeah.
And then, crucially, suggests solutions. Send the right one or tell me how to return this. It's proactive, not just accusatory.
Exactly. It's assertive, not aggressive. States the facts calmly, seeks a fix. That calm, clear, courteous approach. It almost always works better. Politeness combined with clarity helps de-escalate and get you closer to what you need. Getting angry or being vague just muddies the water.
Firm on the problem, flexible on the solution. Got it. All right, part 7, expressing opinions. We all have opinions, but this is about articulating why you think something. With reasons. Especially important today, with so many viewpoints floating around.
Yes, it's about reasoned argument, moving beyond just, I think this because. It shows more thoughtful engagement.
The sample question is a hot topic. Should kids have smartphones? And the answer is nicely nuanced. Yes, but with rules. It doesn't just pick a side.
That's important.
Then it gives reasons for contact parents, learning apps, but adds a key condition. Limit screen time. Acknowledges the complexity.
And that's a sign of sophisticated communication, right?
No.
Presenting a balanced view. Acknowledging pros and cons, maybe suggesting conditions or limitations. It's much more persuasive and credible than a simple, unqualified yes or no, especially on complex issues. Providing supporting points and showing you've considered different angles is key. Just stating an opinion without backup or acting like it's the only possible view. That's the common mistake.
Nuance is king. Okay, last one, part 8. Describing an unusual situation. This feels like the ultimate improv challenge. Something unexpected happens, what do? Test your quick thinking, your adaptability.
And your ability to stay composed and rational, then communicate a logical plan of action. It's about verbalizing problem solving under sudden pressure.
The scenario. Lights go out in a grocery store. Okay, definitely unusual, could be a bit scary. The sample answer is super practical. Stay calm, first step, always good advice. Use phone light. Wait for instructions from staff. Leave safely if you need to.
It's a methodical response, isn't it? Immediate action. Calm, light, next step, wait for info, contingency, leave safely. It shows prioritizing and logical thinking.
Right, not panic.
And that ability to think clearly and articulate a plan when things go sideways, incredibly valuable. Whether it's a real emergency or just a sudden project change at work, being the calm voice with a plan is powerful. Jumping to extremes or just freezing up, that's less effective.
Wow. Okay, so we've walked through all 8 parts. Giving advice, telling stories, describing scenes, predicting, persuading, handling problems, sharing opinions, reacting to the unexpected. It really is an amazing range of communication skills packed into one assessment. It's kind of impressive.
It really is. Yeah. And the main point, I think, is that these aren't just test skills. They're life skills. These are the tools you use in meetings, in negotiations, just chatting with friends, resolving issues with customer service. It's everywhere.
Absolutely.
So maybe think about which of these areas feels like one you might want to, consciously practice or strengthen a bit. Maybe adding more nuance to your opinions or staying calmer in those difficult chats.
That's a great way to think about it. And the source actually gives us a super practical tip.
Right.
Practice by actually pausing after you hear a question or scenario and answer it out loud.
Verbalizing it makes a big difference.
It really does. Builds that muscle memory, that confidence. So our final thought for you today: if every conversation, in a way, is a mini speaking test, how ready are you for all those daily communication twists and turns? And after hearing all this, what new communication challenge are you maybe now excited to tackle? Lots to think about. We'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.